Is it really morally repugnant to call people with, well, maybe not them themselves, but maybe it is term. I can't pretend a fake cry. I wish I could, but is it really wrong to call chromosomal abnormalities and diseases and disorders? I mean, maybe when it's sex, because there are somehow things like, what is it, X, Y, no. So you know how people say women are the weaker sex, and that's not true, but there are some sexes that they live shorter than everyone else, and they have learning disabilities and developmental disabilities and weak muscles, weak joints, weak everything. But they're not disordered because, there's no such thing as a sex chromosome disorder. And no one, we used to demedicalize it. And it's heartbreaking that these people can't get doctors that, will go, well, you're, so what should I call you? I mean, you don't have a problem. Uh, but then should we expand things to non-sex chromosome disorders like, you know, Down syndrome isn't a problem. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I don't know what you want to call it. Is it really that heartbreaking to call somebody something that they hate because they have a wonky chromosome? I mean, oh, the terror. Wait, so, and if nobody knows their true sex, because not everyone has been karyotyped. I forget what I thought I learned about SRY genes. So, if I am diagnosed with neurofibromatosis type 1, would that also mean that they sell all my chromosomes and, that I really am a true XX and not a, NWXYZ and somehow that's not a disorder? Right? I mean, well, no one can have an N chromosome, but I swear I was told that you can have the different chromosomes but not have a disorder. There have been many women who probably went through their whole life and had like 18 children that actually had an XY somehow, but I'm doubtful. There's only been one case about an XY female, whatever they're Sawyers, Sewers, that's Sewers. The fifth sex, having working ovaries. I don't know. Maybe I don't know anything about this topic, but I just still feel that unless many people with these combinations can successfully and without medical modern intervention produce children together, I'm not going to believe it's anything else but an abnormality. And I'm getting the feeling there are people out there that if we have elephants in the future, well, I don't know, elephants, pandas, whatever, in so many years, if 20% of all of them have some kind of divergence where they can't reproduce, that's because of human pollution, maybe. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just evolution, and it's a spectrum, right? That, yeah, there'd be no calls, just like those fish. Just human pollution going into rivers, creating bass with ovigestes, and there's a population of people that There's no problem with them. That it's offensive to say these fish are deformed and defective. And we gotta do something. Because there are people out there with squid crotch and the combination of 15 sex chromosomes that are deeply, deeply hurt when you say this is a problem. Or mosaic and chimeric insects that are, you know, because of that, because of radiation. You go, no, we're not the result of pollution or radiation. Listen to Bill Nye. I suspect. I've been trying to keep a list, but right now I don't really have much. I didn't really go looking for it to see if uh, a non-biased, truly scientific source that something like XYY is not a syndrome or disorder, then that there are absolutely no health problems that come with it. And then again, I mean, is it? And it's a biologically necessary hermaphroditism, like in slugs. It's the same thing as the intersex in humans. And sex chromosome divergency. Well, not divergencies, one of the 6 sexes of humans. That's evolution. That's how they evolve and how the slugs evolved. And who knows, maybe in a couple, whatever years, humans will be like, a sexual hermaphrodite, spontaneous no, not spontaneous. Sequential hermaphrodites? Periodic. What are they called? Like the amazing gender bending animals that, would be like, oh, hey, my, where I live, there's like one male and 500 female. No, that one male could reproduce with all of them. Those animals aren't changing their sex because of an identity. They're doing it because they have to. Because they want to reproduce and propagate their species. So one of them's going to have to turn and make new gametes. And did you know a very if I had more testosterone than normal, whatever I am, I could say I am not a female woman, but a 10th sex. And if I had squid crotch, which would be kind of like your groin has got like, it's got like, looks like it's got the head of the squid here, and then maybe, but this is like also a whole, is a groin that actually looks like a literal squid with tentacles. Squid crotch is natural, yo. Don't knock it. Someone should do. That would reinvent tentacle porn. Someone's got tentacle and a hole and a phallic-like apparatus. Oh, but I'm still kind of like, what's that word? Teetering on sex repulse, but where was I? Yeah, I could say I'm a 10th sex because I assume what I thought I read about the spectrum is it's actually it looks like a misnomer. It's the misnomer of things not being simple. And when you have a really old hen that's like menopausal and she's in a flock with no rooster, when she does the job of a rooster, is she really a hen? anymore. It's supposed, or like if she's menopausal and got cancer, so you surgically remove her ovaries, and then she also then starts turning into a, more roostery because there's absolutely no estrogen factory. Is she a hen, or should we say she's a 20th sex? Right? Is that how it works? I mean, I can't really find anything online. Not that I didn't go looking for it. Not that I went looking for it. Again, or I don't know. I mean, when we castrate animals, we give them new names like Gibbs. Is it a capon if you're not going to eat them? And geldings and steers. Was it a wether when you castrate a goat? Are they still males? Maybe. I guess. So I don't. I'm still going to just kind filters, and that triple X syndrome is a syndrome. I really, if you want to prove to people you are real, well, all right, maybe people with that is. Do you consider yourself to have a disorder if you're not in the box of people's assumed what biological sexes are? Would you be happy if, again, somehow, maybe overnight, what's an animal that's more endangered than the pandas? I forget how many animals, but there's only 10 of them left, but they're functionally extinct anyway, so sorry. You'll be missed. If they all were, or if the children they're producing are, have those same conditions. And ovigestes where, you can't breed them. Where, breeding them is going to result. Actually, if this was a Pokemon, these two could breed. So, saying something like we're breeding them is going to be as productive and realistic as breeding those two. Or you breed these two, and you get this. It's not going to happen. Right? Maybe. I don't know. It's okay to be wrong. Right? That would be evolution. And there's nothing wrong with, 500 triple X syndrome. Vaquitas? How do you pronounce that? The name of those little porpoises. That there's only like 50 of them left. Because they all get caught in the gill nets and people are eating them. I don't know, there's nothing wrong with that. They don't need help. There's no cause to alarm. It's offensive to say that they're disordered and abnormalities. I think these are bootlegs, but they got paws. And whatever. I wanted to do this differently. Was like, don't call people with chromosomal abnormalities divergent or diseased. Even I'm not diseased with my NF, right? I forget which chromosome. I think it's a chromosome that's. It's defective. I'm defective. I'm offended. There's stuffing in here. I wanted to do. It's another video, but I need to make my mask. Unfortunately, I think what I might have in mind for the basis of its makeup, its form might look too much like a pup play leather mask. And I don't want that. I mean, all those stereoanthrope little teenage girls that go out in public wearing dog collars, they already get looks like. Kinky. I'm a wolf! Of course not! I'm wearing the collar because I'm canine. It has nothing to do with fetishes and kinks. Why do you all think that? People who wear collars are into that. Some of us are just canines. So that's why we wear a collar. Leave me alone, you perv. Which I'm one of those people. It's either you're that or furry or, into that lifestyle. I'm not one of those people. I just thought the shape would fit what I have in mind. But I don't know if I want to be leather. I don't know if I want to be leather. And I have a piece of Wonderflex that I've used, that I've had for years and I've never used. Maybe I can use that. Practice with the practice sheet. And then buy a whole bunch of the real thing. Well, however much I need. Yeah. Give me some truly scholarly articles proving that something like De La Chapelle syndrome is not a syndrome, but just a viable spectrum of human classifications. It's not a disorder. Not scientific proof that it is real sex, a real sex, viable, and that there's no and having it would just be like any normal something. Just like if somebody was just borderline infertile. Or you can be an XX male and not have that. That you're just like sired 2,000 children and have like, or have a personality where you like them work out and you look like, I don't know, Arnold's the paradigm of masculinity. But you just have two, but he's got two X's. If he goes and bleeds everywhere and they test the DNA and it says, there's a woman. There's a woman here. Female woman. Nope. Just somebody with an eighth sex. Oh no, it won't be. And along with that, find me a tribe somewhere where they do have something like frost gender as a gender. A gender that's kind of cold and harsh and bitter, like a snowstorm. That's a real gender. Before Christian Europeans came and ruined everybody, that existed. My mind is diverting again. Is it the NF that caused my mouth to be droopy? Maybe. But I'm not disordered. There's nothing wrong with that. Hey. Excellent. Maybe I have bird sex chromosomes somehow. I did have a dream I turned into a bird. Kind of had cartoon character eyes. All my teeth just fell out. And then I vomited out more teeth. And then then it was a bird type of guy. It's like a black phoenix kind of with a white mask and a little crest. And it was really cool. I wish I remembered his name. I think I was that bird. But it still felt like a red, tooth like ridge on the roof of my mouth. That gotta mean something, right? I mean, there's a thing called dream. Why am I diverting like this? I mean, dream gender is real. Maybe I'm dream gender. Could be. Should I put that down on my paper? Yeah, I gotta go and do something else now. I'm losing attention.